this shit to me.
You gonna take the weight for all that shit. Ramirez, the professor, all that shit is gonna be on your fucking ass.
Alright, this video is gonna be probably wild and me just going over some theories and possibilities. It may or may not come true or not, but we gotta go with something. Now, before I even get started, y'all already know the deal. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, get on in here. Y'all already know. Do you think Noma would do her own research to figure out who killed Mecca that night? Because let's just say she finds out that Tariq was there at the penthouse and was the last person to see Mecca alive, and questions him about it. Let's say at this time Tariq already knows that Lorenzo killed Zeke, right? Wouldn't it be easy to say that Lorenzo killed Mecca, but what if Tariq said it was Kane that did it? And I'll return to this part in a bit because Kane so far has been moving mad. He already disrespected him by planting Ramirez's badge in his room the last season, which almost fucked up Tariq, and then he keeps on throwing out signs and hints that he wants to fuck Effie because a Kane setup would make sense. Because remember back in the first season where Monet told Tariq that if Kane went after you and you killed him, then I would understand. Kane went after Tariq twice. First it was the failed GCG hit and by the badge that was in his room. So everything that is going on right now will be the perfect revenge for Tariq. I think it would make sense since the penthouse is in the Tejada name, but this will only make sense if Noma finds out the truth as to why Mecca left the penthouse in their name. Kane killed Mecca and his men to take the penthouse. Still his whole operation because he found out that he was a snitch and blackmailed him into making a money trust for his family. Because if Lorenzo is going to die, then Kane has to be the one to go to jail. Now you could say which would make the real sense that Lorenzo killed Mecca because he found out that Mecca was Zeke's father. And before his death, he found out that Mecca was an informant and blackmailed him into giving him what he wanted, but he would have double-crossed him and killed him. That's my theory on how they could actually spin the story. Because Diana fucked up by showing Lorenzo the bag, which made him kill Zeke by an accident. I think Kane might not say anything about Lorenzo killing Zeke since Kane forced Lorenzo's hand by making him in control until maybe then Diana figures it out. But at that time, it might be too late. So in order for this huge betrayal to work, I think Drew or Diana has to be the one to flip. I don't think Diana would flip on Lorenzo. So far, Lorenzo is the only one who treats her well. Maybe she could flip, but I don't see it happening. And Drew could flip if Kane tells him the truth about what happened to Zeke, maybe. And since Everett is gone, Drew has to be the one to step up. Because Kane loves the fact that he's in control, so I don't see him telling Diana or Drew the truth. Now, if Noma meets Monet maybe in secret, then Monet would either say she killed Mecca or Lorenzo killed Mecca after finding out the truth. Because if Tariq doesn't get his revenge by sending Kane to jail, then this would make him weak. Hell, Ghost and Tasha did it to Kanan, so why can't Tariq and Effie or Diana and Tariq do it? Sure, Kane will be in jail for a little while, but this will only give Drew a chance to stand on his own. We know Drew is smart and doesn't always have to be brute force like Kane, but smarter. Also, if Noma doesn't die this season, then I would say that this could set up a connection for Tommy and Tariq team up. But again, we have to wait and see how things is going to go out this season, because boy, this season is going to be looking crazy good because, again, we've already seen like the half betrayal so far from like Brayden and Effie about the whole what happened with like Lauren's death and the whole situation that happened there, and eventually like Tariq is gonna learn the truth on that matter of what happened. But again, when you look at the Tejada side, so far as like you already have like Whitman kind of like looking down on Monet, so it would be kind of hard at this moment for like Monet to like meet with Noma. It would be a little bit hard for them to like actually to meet, because that's the thing, everybody wants that to happen. I mean, if Whitman can go away for like a little bit, and then it would probably like open up a chance for them to actually meet, because you would think that she would have been in secret doing like some sort of research, because yeah, Blanca was able to get like the picture of, oh, okay, Tariq was here before they scrubbed all of the security cameras. But you would think of two things, like one, okay, Norma would have had like maybe backup security or some sort of video footage that she had access to, that maybe she could have seen what happened that night, that maybe it was actually that Monet that shot Mecca. But since they scrubbed everything, the only real picture that is out is that Tariq was the last person that was there. So I'm saying, like, if Noma was to get like any sort of like information about that, then it would kind of like put Tariq in a composition position because he wouldn't know, well, she wouldn't know like all of the facts and details as to why Tariq was there. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, if this is like a piece of the like information that Tariq has to learn about, because this would put him in a better field. Because like I said before, Kane already gotten like technically 2 over Tariq. And it's like Tariq hasn't even bothered to even try to get revenge. I mean, he did say he wanted to get revenge, but that's the thing. Right now, it's like they kind of like outgunned, you can say, because you already got OB, Noma, and then she has like her peoples. And even if they was to take down, you know, Noma and Obi, you still, you know, she still got a little army on her half. Well, yeah, she still got like a little army. So it would be a little bit difficult for that to happen. But again, like I said, in last season, you already had 2 people who have died. So I think this season it would only make sense for one person to die and one person to like go to jail. And I think this would set up something really interesting, because even if Kane was to go to jail, I don't think the charges would stick that long. Like, let's just say he's in jail for like maybe like a little while, and then it's Drew's the one to step it up, because like I said, Drew and Everett, that whole situation is done. So it's like he has to be the one to step it up, as we seen in the last episode when they was all discussing and talking. It's like, yeah, Drew is smart compared to Kane, where Kane isn't. He's brute force about how he thinks, but Drew is like a smarter thinker. He could be the one to like take the reins of it all, but again, everything has to like play out in order for it to make sense. Because frankly, I said it before, like if Tariq doesn't get this man like some sort of payback on him, then it's like, what would be the point? You would have Kane do all of this manipulation, because if he finds out like the truth about, okay, that Effie was the one to have done it, but then you find out later that Lauren is actually still alive, then it's like you can't have Kane doing everything. Like, Tariq has to get his comeback. It has to be done, of this man either going to jail, because I don't see Kane dying this season. I really don't. I strongly don't see him dying. Everything is like leading to like Lorenzo being the one to have dying, but again, it has to make sense for Kane to go to jail, and Lorenzo's death seems like it's bound to happen. Like, he can't escape this shit. Like, he's going to take a bullet for some sort of misdeeds again, because he killed Zeke, but it was by an accident. But you would think that Diana should take some sort of responsibility and accountability, because she was the one that showed Lorenzo the bag, which got him all hot and bothered and triggered. So, I mean, it's going to be quite a lot. It's going to be quite a lot. So, yeah. You know, comment down below what you guys think of, you know, my theories of, you know, potentially Lorenzo dying and Kane potentially going to jail, depending on how things work out. Because like I said, Tariq has to get that revenge, man. He has to, like, because this man's sitting there breathing down like, oh yeah, Effie, damn, you look good, and just disrespecting Tariq, because Kane doesn't respect nor does he like Tariq. So I think the only way for Tariq to handle Kane is, this man gotta go to jail, man. I'm just saying, he gotta get pinned for something, because ain't no way you gotta have this man just running around and doing whatever. It's like he gotta get something done to him, because you would basically have it where this is already like strike 2 for Tariq. He already has like strike 2. Like, Kane got him twice, well, almost the first time, because if 2-Bit wasn't there to save Tariq would have gotten, like, he would have got murked right there. And then the whole Ramirez thing, if he didn't have Rashard to, like, you know, with the whole judge, the special judge and everything to work out in his favor, Tariq would have gotten at that point. So I think maybe this season it should be Tariq's turn to get back at Kane, so to make things even. Well, not even because it wouldn't be close, but just to get his payback on him. But, you know, comment down below, like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will catch you all in the next one.